Protecting the environment coming up next. It's expansion versus protection in Burrard Inlet.
And I don't think that Port Moody residents are even aware, as I say, of the scope of this project.
Big plans for a potash facility on the water. Why some residents are deeply concerned. The city of Port Moody is the latest ground zero in the battle over industrial development. Pacific Coast Terminals wants to build a huge potash facility on Burrard Inlet. Nadia Stewart tells us why residents are worried that the plant will change their local ecosystem forever.
Looking out onto the Burrard Inlet, these longtime Port Moody residents say they're worried about its future.
The long-term consequences will be change, and we don't know what the change will be, whether it's good or bad.
Those changes the result of a massive construction project underway at the Pacific Coast Terminal, making way for a new potash storage and handling facility, a building the length of 2 football fields, close to 10 stories tall. The Fort Shipping Channel will also be dredged another 3.5 meters. A rail line has to be extended west to Reed Point Marina, and McVicker says that means some of the shoreline and aquatic habitat will be lost.
The biodiversity is high, it's complex. And I'm just afraid that it all hasn't been inventoried. And they're telling us they're going to make it better, which I find it hard to believe.
But for Diana Tinkner, the environment isn't her only concern.
We do need more transparency on this project. I think Port Moody and its residents should be more involved.
Kind of taken back a little bit that these concerns were raised indirectly and no one actually came to us to ask these questions.
PCT's vice president says they had to go through extensive environmental reviews to get the permits for this project. That includes designing new habitats for the displaced species. He also says they've held a public meeting, made presentations to council, and have posted all their updates online. But over the last 18 months, he says very few residents have been raising concerns about the environmental impact.
It seems to be very recently. We're talking 6 to 8 months after our permit was already issued that some of these issues have arisen. If there's options or alternatives, that we're happy to look at that, absolutely. And at this point, we just really haven't heard any better options, just really criticisms.
Leslie says PCT is planning to meet with environmental groups next month to address their concerns. Nadia Stewart, Global News.